Alright guys, so you know where I'm at. I'm at Dustin's shop. He's got his engine cover. His dad's been a body guy forever too, like second generation, but yeah, they rented everything out. So let's go. Since the last time you were here, I made all the wiring. Dustin actually took the wiring and stuff back out, which it was good that I made it because he just put it right back where I had it. But he wanted to paint this, so he's got that going. Them doors, he's got them things peacocking, but my man got more power on doors than a lot of people have on their subwoofers. Yeah, look at all that. But guys, it should be playing today. He's got it looking good in here. And he got the aux beam switch panel also. So yeah, I had to bring him a piece of wire because he used every bit of wire he had, except for that one right there is blue for a positive. So I brought him a red piece this morning. We're gonna get this thing playing today, and I'm gonna move my pitman arm on here today. And I'm in here because concrete floor, air conditioning, and he's like, he don't mind if I do it.
Yeah. He's just here because of good company.
And I can do this, and then I can help with anything he needs on here, like setting gains or whatever else needs to be done.
We about to listen to this mug.
So, and as you can see by him having this many amps on each door, we have a lot of gains to set today. So, yeah. But we'll get it, guys. Don't even worry about it. All right. I'm going to get started on this real quick. And we all just going to hang out and do bass head shit. And the fun never ends, guys. I got my Ace mechanic under here working. So I did pull all this apart. And that's the only logical place I can put this pitman arm. But my wheels are half-ass straight. And if you look, actually my wheels are cocked to the passenger side. And this arm is still over to the driver's side. Me and Dustin figured out that if I run this in and get this arm more centered right here, if I get this arm like facing straight back instead of here, that it'll give me the turning I need going this way. So right now me and Deb are putting this back together. It's a pain in the butt to take this plate here off. But that's my steering brace, so.
Tiny hands come in handy.
Deb, she definitely. There's a brace on top of this plate here that goes around the nose of the steering box. There you can see it. And that thing, it's a mother to get to, guys, because that boat that you can see is easy, but the one straight up here, it's a pain in the butt to get to. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what we're doing here. God, all that stuff looks pretty. Before we get started back on that. But anyway, we're gonna try to get this back together, and then we'll do some more work on the trailblazer. So we are literally down to the wire. Noisy, but I love it. That's the air conditioner. We ain't touched in here. But what he has been busy doing, oh yeah, we got that squared away too. I forgot to film, but yeah, the steering's right on that now. He did get his stripper pole in, and like you should, he actually went up there and welded that big ass brace to the metal. I welded mine all the way across, but I had a lot of damage, so that's way better starting out than what I had it. Got her bolted there with some big lag bolts. That's how I do it. Look, guys. Still plenty of access to the console. That is definitely what you want. And he's got his braces in there. Everything's painted red. This motherfucker made this shit look pretty. Pretty. Yeah, I didn't do so much on mine. But anyway, we're getting down to the wire now. His woodwork in here looks great. How he's got all that done. But right now we're at the point where we ain't worried about seats. We need to get the mids and highs all wired up in here. But he did his little dash. That's the PWM controller to control his voltage output. Got alt, voltage, so that lets him know what the alternators are putting out. And this one right here will be for the battery bank in the back. And he bought that damn Kenwood like I got in no jangle lane. So
USB I put down here.
oh, you got your USB down there?
Yeah. I gotta
So
figure out somewhere to put this shit.
yeah. He also went with the aux beam control panel because, God, them things are badass. I love my aux beam control panel. But anyway, we got to get back to figuring out, we got to get these doors wired up so we can hear bass today. So I've wired all this up. There's some pretty stiff wire, but it gets zip tied together and then screwed down along here. You got little lights up here that look pretty neat. But right now we're starting to run RCAs. He did the piping all the way through, so we're having to fish the RCAs through the pipe. We got to hook this one up and that one up. Substage at that point will be done other than the remote turn on wire. And yeah, it's easy, it's trivial, but yeah, we're getting it wired up. We just got to run 2 more RCAs here, and then we'll fish a remote wire through, and it'll probably come from that side, and we can run it, you know, through behind them battery wires up to in here, then kind of come up behind 1 amp. Or no, it all stays down there. That's right, it's on the bottom. So yeah, it'll be easy to hide. But guys, we doing it. So here's where we're at. I got the remote wires coming in over here, back there, then to here, and then back down in here to there. I went ahead and stuck a charger on the proto bank because honestly it ain't been charged since Billy had it. And his F-160, and it was down in the 14s, not super low, but like 14.7 or something. So it definitely needs some charge. So we got that going. I don't even know what we're at for amperage here. Okay, it's all the way up on amperage, so. But I'm just letting it eat right now. Got everything, RCAs are in. I don't know what's going on up here, but anyway, all the speaker wires, as I said, the zip ties with the screw hole, we gotta mount them. But right now, Dustin's doing stuff up front. He's getting a ignition source wire that we can literally run back here to like a relay somewhere down here. And then he's gonna use a bar like I do with the relay to the bar to ignition. That way he has a good ignition source back here on a 40 amp relay. So that should do fine. I'm just trying to jump in, guys, and do whatever I can when I can. So I'm trying to help, but yeah, we're getting everything wired up. Hopefully I get to hear some bass out of this thing this evening. But right now where we're at, we're still, I mean, he's got so many mids and highs amps, like front 8s, rear 8s, front tweeter, rear tweeter on each side. So since he's got these labeled, I think I'm gonna go ahead and run all of these rear amps on, they're gonna go to a switch here. That way he can turn his rear amps off. So I kind of need to get this remote wire here and fish all these together, the rears, off of the remote. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, I'll be back. So I've been over here working. We still gotta pull the slack because these ain't hooked up on the other side, but you see I tried to run the wire really clean up through there. I mean, there's really nowhere else to put it, so I just tried to keep it like following that body line down through there, but they'll both come out, and he's been testing taping everything up, so he can catch them up in here, test the tape however he wants to do it. But we've been trying. There was just a lot more to do than I thought that we actually had to do in here. But we just might get to hear these today. I'm still banking on it, but you can't be too sure at this point. Okay, there's still a lot to do. And you don't want to rush wiring like this. You just kind of want to roll with it, you know. And that's kind of what we're doing. But everything back here is good. Still got the charger on here. But yeah, we still good here. Make sure we still putting out that 10 amps. Yep. Big battery takes forever to charge up. But Dustin's still over here. He's on. I think he's over here working. He on his damn phone. Oh, I'll tell you how to wire that up. Okay, so we've been kicking ass, taking names. I got all the speakers hooked up over here. All the remotes are hooked up. And everything in the back's ready to go. RCAs and all that's good. We have gotten everything in here kind of hooked up. Right now, Dustin's getting RCAs out. We got the switch box hooked up. And how we've done this is the front doors, them amps come on with the radio. The rear amp, the amps for the rear doors and the subwoofers are on the switch. And I love having my sub amps on the switch. So right now Dustin's trying to get all this shit figured out from the DSP, because from how he had it before, he has swapped around some amps and everything. And guys, when you deal with this many wires, just wires from like this switch box, let me focus in here, switch box, relay, DSP, speaker, all this shit gets confusing, like very confusing. And you got to sit back and like take a minute and think about what the hell you're doing and what you're connecting where. So we're still going to try to have this thing playing before I leave today.
All we got to do is drop RCAs.
So we're at the point of RCAs now. So that means I need to get off of here and quit filming and help Dustin get RCAs from that side over here. And then hopefully we'll have enough battery voltage to get this thing playing. All right, no judging, but we got the RCAs. Ran to these amps from the DSP. He'll have to go back and like try to neaten everything up, but for right now, we kind of want to hear it. So we still got to turn it on, and he's got to tune the DSP real quick after we power up. So that shouldn't take long, but we're about to the point where he's going to have to start it. So we have to open the doors in here. Okay, he needs to get the alternators kicked on to get the battery charged a little bit. But it's a lot better. All the wiring ain't hanging out on the floor no more. So we have been working hard today. I'm ready to hear this thing, guys. I know y'all are too. So, but he's gonna have to get that voltage build up before we can really like hammer on it. I mean, you can tell he smokes in here. Look at all that.
All right.
I guess it's ready to start, isn't it?
We're ready to, I'm gonna turn it on and set the DSP real quick.
All right.
That way without cranking it.
All right, so now we're setting the DSP, and then guys, I'll be back when it's playing. All right, guys, I pulled the negatives off the speaker, probed the wire to set the gains on the amps. Dustin's getting ready to set the gains on the mids and highs amps. Turn the turn your rear amps off. No, it's on. Turn the other one off. All right, leave the sub amps off. I'm gonna put the wires back in them, okay?
Okay.
But I had him shut these off so I can safely connect these wires back into them. And yeah, I'm kind of excited because that means we're close to hearing this. And I can probably unhook this for now, power it off while the alternators are on to charge it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these sub wires connected, guys, then I'll be back. Yeah, we're adjusting the doors right now, but I set the gains on the subwoofer amplifiers already. So yeah, after we get all that done, we're getting ready to roll it in. I had to walk out here so I wouldn't get copyrighted for the music. Okay, guys, so the carbon monoxide in here was killing us. We had to shut it off, but we did play subwoofers, and it will hair trick. Like, it'll hair trick stupid. So it blew the console open. We just shut both doors, and I was over there rolling the bass knob. Deb was on this side here. And out the gate, it's hair tricking like mad. So we didn't want to lean in it too long because battery voltage is at like 15.3 and we need to get it up. And we didn't have nobody at the back looking for clip lights. I did this the same way I do all of my stuff. We tuned the amps in the back at volume 32. Only gonna turn it up to 28, 29. We tuned all the mids at volume 31. That way we know they're gonna be safe at volume 28, 29. But yeah, the mids is loud as shit in here. Right now, we got to get everything from behind it. And I'm going to back my Jeep all the way out, and he's going to back it, which ain't got no seats in it, but he's going to back it to the edge of the door. That way we can let it run and get the alternators going. But he said he's wanting to throw seats in it and drive it home tonight. Just so he can play with it. So
It'll go home tonight. I don't care.
But we got some discrepancies in here that we need to figure out too. And what discrepancy I mean, I haven't even told Dustin this yet, but he's standing right beside me, is the amps in the back are showing voltage of like 15.3, which the battery with his fluke, I need to turn that thing off. Let me kill his battery on his fluke. It was showing the same as what the amps were. But his voltmeter in the front, I think we need to check it to see if it's off or on. I think they're off. They do have an adjustment on them though, to adjust it to where to be correct with the back. So we just need to get that squared away so we can know for sure what voltage we're at by looking at the dash. It did blow his red trim panel off of the door. See this little red trim panel here? It already blew that off. So these pretty doors ain't gonna last long. No. And he knew that going into this build.
Well, at first it was going to be a C-pillar fourth.
Yeah, with 415s, wasn't it? 415 C-pillar fourth, yeah. And then after he started hanging out with me, he's like, the hell with it, 615 B-pillar. So anyway, I'll be back after we get this thing backed up and I can get a good hair trick video. So it's playing, it's definitely hair tricking. It's hair tricking very easily. And Dustin ain't been able to stop playing it since. We did move it out here to get the carbon monoxide out of the shop, but he can't stop playing with it. Which that's to be expected with a new build, guys. When you get it, all that hard work that you've done, because other than what I've helped him, he's built all this by himself. So I can understand being proud of what you built and wanting to play the shit out of it. So I went in and tuned his head unit for him because I have the head unit. I knew where it needed to be. And I helped him set the gains on all the amps. Wired a ton of stuff up today. So it's playing. He just really needs to drive it to get the voltage up because, I mean, he's only at 15.3 here, 15.2 there, but that's just a variance in them meters and the amps, but they're pretty close, guys. So he ain't gonna get that voltage up really good until he drives it. And we've been sitting here letting it run, trying to get the voltage up, but we can't stop playing with it. So anyway, that's just gonna be the video for today. I'm glad I got my Jeep steering figured out, and I was glad that I could help Dustin get this thing playing today. That was our goal. It's done. It's like 6 o'clock in the evening. I got here at like maybe 11 o'clock. So I got 7 hours in helping him today. And we did want to get it done and playing today, and it is. So all he's got to do is throw his seats in and take it home. But I'm done for today. So I will tell you guys, peace out, guys. And as always, that's going to be a wrap on this one for today. So bass on, guys.